Hello everyone, it's FatalFoe here. You join me for some Smite gameplay. Bringing you today the god Arachne, who is the spider lady, as you can see. Right, we'll get stuck into her abilities before we jump into our game. Her passive is Poison Claws. Arachne applies poison on every physical attack that hits. The poison ticks every 0.5 seconds for 3 seconds, and does 8 physical damage for the duration. Stacks up to 3 times. Broodlings, her first ability. Arachne lays spider eggs that act as wards, seeing enemies in the area around them. Enemies getting too close to the eggs cause them to hatch 2 spiders that attack the nearby enemy, slowing them by 20% and doing 20 physical damage every 10 seconds. A maximum of 5 eggs can be deployed. Her second ability, Drain Life. Arachne pounces on her melee target, silencing them and damaging for 30 physical damage while healing for 30 every 0.5 seconds for 3 seconds. Right-clicking or being disabled, stun, fear or silence will knock Arachne off. And a third ability is Tangled Web. Arachne spins an entangling web at a ground target location, slowing enemies within a radius by 10% up to a maximum of 30%. The spun web persists in the area for 5 seconds up to a max of 10 seconds. And then her ultimate is Cocoon. Arachne fires a web projectile towards her enemies. If the web hits an enemy god, it wraps them tightly, doing 100 physical damage and stunning them for 1 second, up to a maximum of 2 seconds, as Arachne pulls them to her. So yeah, this is obviously the next god in the list, so we'll get stuck into some gameplay. And yeah, back in again in a minute. Hello everyone, it's FatalFoe here. Obviously join me back again now for the gameplay. You might be wondering what on earth I'm doing. I was lucky enough the other day to join, to log on, and they do a special game of the day now, where generally you have, or match of the day should I say. And it just so happens that it was the Arachne one the other day, and I figured, hey, I need to do Arachne, let's jump in on this. So, probably not going to be the best guide, because obviously, unlikely you're going to get Arachne, 5 Arachnes versus Arachne. Actually, no, it's impossible to get that, unless you're doing this anyway, so. But here we are. A little bit odd, obviously. But still, it was very good fun. And it's a nice little concept that they've added. Not really sure what my fellow Arachne is doing there. Little bit silly, but oh well. So yeah, as I was saying, they've introduced this idea that now they have a sort of, each day there's a different kind of game that they'll employ. Like today I think was Thor's Day, and the other day it was like North versus South, so like the southern gods versus the northern gods, obviously the provinces where they were originated from. So yeah, no, it's a nice little added addition to it, really, rather than just your general games. So yes, we're getting stuck in here. We managed to capture the middle town. We do actually play relatively well in this. I thought it was going to be a bit more. Obviously, the main thing that we struggled with was obviously killing off creep, because Arachne is not really the best for that. So it was surprising how much creep built up. Trying to push her back here. Obviously, there are Arachnes everywhere, so every corner you turn, there's an Arachne. Oh, we got an early kill off there. Managed to take her out. Couldn't quite get her on my I don't think. No. Missed. It's another one of those ultimates where I am less than good at. A little bit like my AO one, as you've probably seen if you've watched the previous video. So yeah, as you can see, items wise, I went for the gloves. They increase the life steal, I believe, as well. So it's obviously handy for Arachne, because you spend half of your time munching somebody else's face. Getting another little munch off it, and that was a nice bit of teamwork there, really. And then I get pulled away and munched on. And then I pull her back. So yeah, it's a medley of this basically throughout the thing. And then I get caught out because there's another Arachne. Oh, and then I get munched. Killed by an old one. I should have zigzagged. Yeah, so I did the gloves, obviously finished them off first, and then went with Titan's Bane. Titan's Bane obviously is for physical penetration. I think I probably realised a little bit later that actually what to go for would be something with attack speed, because obviously where you are literally just playing against other Arachnes, you know, at least you are on par with what you are. You know exactly what you're facing every time. There's a little bit of lag in the game there. I was playing this, I can't remember when I was playing this actually. It's a couple of days ago now, I think. And for some reason the servers just, I don't know whether it was the servers or whether it was my end, but it just seemed to get really laggy and the game is a little bit stoppy here, but I believe it gets better. As you can see, I'm making a heavy push in the middle there. Oh, and this is where I get three people munching me, and that was a successful death.
Been slain.
Managing to, I don't know if we defend the middle here or not, because I think they come back and kill us off. Yes, and then it all switches around and then they're on top.
Your team has lost the middle obelisk.
So yeah, I realise here it might be best to go for the Fatalis. Obviously that increases movement speed as well as attack speed, so I figured both were quite useful. So yeah, we take this one over here. We go to help out my fellow friend. I managed to catch her there. Just about to start munching her before. Ugh, can't quite kill her off, which is a shame. I'm not really sure how I evaded her ultimate there either, but I was glad I did. Just a bit of teamwork there. Cobwebs everywhere. I hate spiders as well. I really do hate spiders. Yar. The return drain life was too much. It was an odd experience. I haven't played in any of the other ones, so I don't know whether they're all like this. Whether you have every single one is all about just playing as one type of god, and then it's just 5 against 5 of that god, or whether it was a little bit different in the sense that you just get a certain amount of gods that you play as. Took another untimely death there. I was up a nasty creek without a paddle, shall we say. So yeah, so not playing too great at the moment. 2, 3 and 1. I think we managed to turn it around and get. It's by this point where I realised how to play this, because obviously there's a lot about not really having the exact. Well, see, you'd think I thought I'd done how to play, but I didn't. And I got myself killed again. Very quickly, I might add. I didn't think I could get pulled off someone whilst I was doing my little siphon thing, but apparently you can, so don't try that. If you ever come in a situation where you are against under 5 Arachnes. Like I say, I'm not sure how many different ones they've got. I've only been on for a few days, and each day, sorry, pardon me, each day has been a different one. I'm getting munched there, but I thought, yeah, no, that's a clever idea. If I pull her back into the creep, because obviously, as I was saying earlier, the creep thing was really difficult to deal with, just because Arachne is not the best. You know, we've got no real AoE abilities that you can use on the creep. Your spiders are obviously very useful and can really pack out some damage, but nothing like Ra's solar beam or anything like that. So it was interesting to try and change that have to adapt to just meleeing the creep as much as possible. So yeah, we were pretty close there on the score. I think we managed to take the two towers there, so. And obviously making use of her ultimate to pull other Arachnes into the boss area. The boss area? What? The tower area was a very effective way. Nice little double kill there, which was good. Yeah, I just decided to go back here as well. I think that was another problem we had, where it was obviously all Arachnes. He fell out of the usual qualms of going back home when you know, after a battle rather than persisting down the lane, because generally you just end up getting yourself killed. So. Obviously I'll go back planting some eggs down here, because it's just, they can be a real hassle if you build up enough eggs. I imagine if you have all 5 down, I think it's a maximum of 5 you can have. If you put all 5 down, I can imagine it would be quite destructive. Like, as you can see there, like, that Arachne is almost dead from just fighting off the spiders there. Unfortunately, I think, yeah, a little bit overrun there, but I decided not to get involved. It was at this point I realised how I should play. Not earlier. Don't be silly, I wasn't playing very well earlier at all. Managed to draw on her using her ultimate there as well, which is good. Get her used. She used her little cycle thing, and then I started draining her. I managed to get the kill, which was nice. Like I say, that Fatalis there really proven its worth, because that was just the ability to be able to hit her more often. Obviously, when the melee end applies the poison as well, it's a really good thing to have. Yeah, still quite a strange concept, because every time I looked at the top it was like another Arachne had died. It did take a little bit of getting used to. I did think it was a bit odd, to be honest. I thought this was not right, but as you can see, return ultimates there, and then I get ultimates. So I try and pull her back into the line of fire as well. There's the old tower there. Well, sand, should I say. A lot of nearly dead Arachnes. Ultimate's going off left, right, centre, but it's just too much creep. I just couldn't fight my way through it to kill anyone off. And I get myself killed here, going for a kill. I think, yeah, I did get the kill, as you can see, but was it worth it? Probably not. Probably should have stayed. And tried to hold it out a bit longer. Because I think it's at this point we lose the central tower.
Your team has lost the middle obelisk.
It's 8 and 5. It's not the greatest display of Arachne skills, I am sure. I know Conquest mode, Arachne is probably one of the best junglers. But I thought, hey, I'd do something a little bit different, mix it up. I mean, I don't know whether you guys would like this type of video instead, or whether you'd like me to do a Conquest video to show off more of the sinister side of Arachne, because she is pretty good at sneaking around and making a nuisance of herself. She's also not bad in a big team effort, so. Well, to a certain extent. Just don't have enough to get her off there, I don't think. Getting chased by creep all over the shop. Get out, yeah. Another cheeky kill. Oh, I think there's another one dead here, yep. Little assist. I think it's by this point we, well, as you can see by the tickets wise, we're pretty well ahead and controlling all 3 lanes at the moment as well. Unfortunately, this does, I think, eventually the enemy team surrender and doesn't quite get to the end. So yeah, 9, 5 and 2. Like I say, it's not too bad. Arachne is probably not my most favoured god. Having said that, if played right, Arachne can be probably one of the strongest. Definitely one of the strongest I've seen. As you can see, the other Arachne they get stuck on the creep, which I thought was hilarious. And then return ultimates again, which confused the hell out of me. And I get the player kill, and then I get killed myself. So, but then another Arachne dies. Every Arachne dies. Has spider shield. So yes, 10 and 6. It wasn't the greatest defensive display, but we managed to win. And I hope it showed you a little bit of Arachne skills and abilities. Obviously, if you guys would like a Conquest video, leave a comment down below and let me know. But thanks for watching, guys. Please comment and give us a like, and I'll see you all again soon.